The focus has been taken off Marcus Rashford. Now we move on. I did talk last night about what might come after the statement that Manchester United released regarding Marcus Rashford and that in-house issue being now dealt with. It's media backlash time. This now reverts everything back on to Erik ten Hag. This is Forever United TV. It's lunchtime here in Manchester. Welcome along wherever you're watching around the world, everybody. Get your comments in the live section, and please do give your comments after the show has finished. If you are catching up with it later on, give the video a like. And if you are loving the content, please subscribe to Forever United TV. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. It was a bit of a late one last night, wasn't it? It was. Let's just wind my mic over there. Silly thing. Anyway, we had to just sort of close the Rashford side things down. So now that Rashford has been dealt with by the club, we now move our thoughts to the club and the manager Erik ten Hag. We know that it was Murto. We know that it was ten Hag in on this meeting with Rashford and the representatives of Marcus Rashford. This is now on them. The title of this video, Risking It All, is what it is for Erik ten Hag. It's do or die now for Erik ten Hag. He has to find something with these players, including Marcus Rashford, and make something happen this season. I did say last night, and as soon as I finished the stream last night, I was in the world of like, right, okay, everyone is just letting this slide. I've said this is not going to just slide and drift away. There is going to be a backlash to this. People are not going to just accept the club coming out with that statement yesterday, and we'll probably hear more over the coming days building up to the Wolves game. Now, Erik ten Hag has got a press conference tomorrow, which he is clearly going to want to be talking about the game and everything that's coming up at Molineux. But the questions that are coming his way are going to be nothing like. There is going to probably be an embargoes section of that press conference, which they'll probably make out as the questions for the game and looking ahead to the game. But really all anyone wants to know is what the hell is the punishment for Marcus Rashford after it has been dealt with in-house. We said last night, because it's been out in public, it can't be kept in-house, and people need transparency with what is actually going on right now. The fan base feel wronged by this player. So straight away, as soon as we finished the stream last night, after talking about it all, trying to put it to bed, but understandingly knowing there was going to be more to come, it came straight away. The Daily Mail came out last night and reported that a lot of the players, having been told that Marcus Rashford was just ill, then to find out afterwards he was out clubbing and that's why he was ill, are in uproar. They are not happy, as you'd expect them to be. We said this last night. We said, how is Marcus Rashford going to integrate back into the team now? So now the senior players at the club, whoever, any player at the club, is going to be looking at that. And I said it last night, that wage, that contract, everything that's involved with Marcus Rashford, him being able to do what he wants and then it get dealt with in-house and there is no repercussions, there is going to be a backlash. And as expected, the media have come in coming strong. I've got a few different quotes. I'm going to just read out some of the headlines and everything like that. First of all, Ali McCoist on the radio this morning talking about, and this is what I meant last night when I said, yeah, it's done, it's dusted, the club have dealt with it. Garbage. That's not going to lie. It's Manchester United. The media storm is going to be, it's going to be an absolute tornado. That's what it's going to be with the media right now on Manchester United and Ten Hag. And he's the only man that's going to be speaking to the media. So the pressure is so intense on him right now. He didn't really need this. And the statement hasn't helped him at all. Ali McCoist this morning, Marcus Rashford needs to be gone from Manchester United. He needs to come out and make a public apology. And I think he needs a fresh start. We're obviously looking towards the new season, and in the summer, Marcus Rashford leaving the football club. That's on national radio, the biggest sports radio station in the country. So there you've got that going out down the airwaves now for everyone, people coming on, people being interviewed and everything like that, because we came out with a one-paragraph statement from the football club. Again, this is the problem that it brings, and this is the issue with not being transparent about what's going on. Another one, Neil Custis from The Sun. Now, you may not like what Neil Custis writes, you may not think he is always on point, and he is just doing that scaremongering amongst the media and making out big headlines. And everyone's got an opinion of him, but he is a very big opinion. He is very well, he has got a lot of influence. He's around Manchester United every day. His personal Twitter last night was of Sir Alex Ferguson. If Sir Alex was still in charge, my guess is he would never play for the club again, that being Rashford. Taking responsibility. At what point on the way to a private plane in the early hours of the morning, please? A very early morning to try and get back to training in a plane. Then he is ill. What is going on? United need to take a stand. How is this any more forgivable than what Jadon Sancho did? I told you the Jadon Sancho stuff will come back up. So does this mean every United player can go out partying hours before they are meant to be training and then just go and take responsibility? Again, the wording of the statement, he's taking responsibility. Yeah, he has to, because he's the one who's done it in the first place. So what the hell does responsibility mean? Again, I'm going back to the statement again. What does responsibility mean in all of this? The best one I've seen so far today is from Jamie Jackson, who was he's in the studio with us, and obviously he's been talking about Manchester United, covering a lot of the takeover and stuff, but he does a great piece in The Guardian. I'll just read it out to you now. It says, Marcus Rashford is standing before me on a sun-buttered afternoon in the University of California in San Diego in July. He is 25, in prime condition, possesses a rare talent and scored 30 goals for his boyhood club in the previous term. He is also 13 days into a bumper new $325,000 a week 5-year contract that places him as Manchester United's highest earner. And the calm of pre-season offers boundless optimism for the season to come. Yet, despite this, there is a lack of warmth and a near zero eye contact from Rashford. It is a puzzle. How the player holds himself is his choice. But Rashford's demeanor that day now feels like a telling precursor to his current campaign. On the pitch, across 26 appearances, he has largely provided insipid displays and a return of only 4 goals and 5 assists. Off the pitch, meanwhile, he has seen celebrating his birthday in a Manchester United club on the evening of a 3-0 derby defeat to Manchester City at Old Trafford in October. And on the Friday, he was reported ill for training after allegedly being out the previous night in Belfast. I mean, that there pretty much sums up everything that I was saying last night in how Marcus Rashford carries himself around the football club, his lack of talking to the media and everything like that. This is what doesn't help Marcus Rashford. The word there is demeanor. He comes across like a spoilt brat. He comes across like the world's on his shoulders, and he expects people to like him or get behind him. The crowd get behind him every single game. The fan base travel the length of the country supporting this football team. You cannot go in on the fans. We said this last night. But it's coming across in the media. And when the media get a statement like they did last night, then it just opens up a completely different can of worms. So Ten Hag has done the manager thing here, some people would say. And he has taken the heat off Rashford and just took it on himself. That's what he's done, Ten Hag, in all of this. And I don't think this is ever going to go away until Marcus leaves the club. I don't. Because like I said last night, every single bad result now is going to be scrutinised. Everything is going to come on Ten Hag's head now. He's the one who's making these decisions. He's dealt with Sancho this way. He's dealt with Rashford this way. He's dealt with Ronaldo that way. So it's all on him. So with the power that Ten Hag has got and the backing that the club have given him in dealing with the players how he wants to, then everyone expects him to answer the questions. Everyone expects him to deal with the situation. And when you say to the media in a press conference that this is an internal matter, then straight away everyone knows that something has gone wrong. Otherwise, you would have just stuck to it just being ill and he wasn't available. But quite clearly, he didn't have permission to do what he's done. And the club now are keeping it hush-hush. I'm sure someone will find out what has gone on and what the punishment is. But that is, for me, the big issue that Ten Hag has got now. Not the club. The club can just dispose of Ten Hag. the pressure and the impossible mission that Erik ten Hag has got now on his hands, trying to deal with this team, Rashford situation, how he gets the best out of Rashford going forward right now, I do not know. I really don't know, but yeah, the media are going all in on this. I mean, TalkSport last night, there are sources from the football club telling us that everybody is concerned for Marcus Rashford's well-being. Everyone thinks he's in self-destruct mode. Self-destruct mode? But this is a player that's available for selection against Wolves United. You know there are leaks within this football club. You cannot come out with a statement like that. You have to get ahead of the leaks and nip it in the bud. That's what you have to do. You have to stop this where it is and stop more speculation coming afterwards. Stop us talking about it afterwards. Everyone's guessing. So everyone's going to be plugging them leaks and them sources with inside Manchester United to get that extra information now. That causes unrest within the ranks. Who is leaking it? The players then start talking. They're already talking now about how they didn't know about Marcus Rashford being out. And everyone else knew before them. That United bubble, yet again. That's what it is. The protection that they get. Guys, please give the video a like. We're at it. Over 350 in the room with us already. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I'm going to come to your comments in a second now. But please do give the video a like, guys. Thank you so much for getting involved in the Fancy 5 last night, guys, as well. The sponsor for the video from last night. The links for all of our partners are in the description below, guys. We have got a league going on Fantasy 5, so drop in there, click on that, follow the instructions, and then go to the community post where all the code is for the Fantasy 5 League for FUTV as well, guys. Get involved. It is free, and you can win $5,000, so yeah, why not? Get onto it, because it's worth it. But please do give the video a like as well. I know you love liking and tickling that like button, guys, but comment-wise, where are we at, everyone? So you've seen the media outcry today, everything coming from all over. I just feel like it's just going to come all along now. And I'm taking Rashford out of this now. I've had my piece on him. I don't think we need to say any more about Marcus. Now it's all on Ten Hag and Manchester United again. So player has done what he's done. Now we've got to deal with what comes after. What's coming after? How do you guys feel this is going to be? How do you feel the rest of the season is going to go now? How confident are you that Manchester United, with all of this unrest and the so-called unrest with the rest of the squad, and you can believe if you want to believe in the media, you don't have to believe any of them, but this is a continuous thing with the club and how things are leaked out, and the stories that are coming out are always of the same nature. They're always of the unrest. He's not happy. The Jadon Sancho side of things just keeps coming back into this, doesn't it? So you may not like a certain journalist, you may not like what he writes, how that publication actually works, and how their timings of things are. But what you cannot ignore is the influence that that publication or that journalist or that media representative actually has in the world of social media, in the world of the mainstream media and everything like that. Word, talk, everything. And these are guys that are going to be sat there in that press conference tomorrow at Carrington, and they are going to be absolutely grilling Erik ten Hag. Is he going to be able to take people out of the room again? Is he going to be able to stop the media asking certain questions? You cannot. When it's a situation like this, you can't stop this happening. And Ten Hag, I don't know how he's going to do it. It's going to be a difficult one for him tomorrow. But the only thing that saves him now is results on the pitch. And Wolves is a massive test for Manchester United, a really big test. Funny, isn't it, how last season this was the game that really showed Ten Hag's grip of this squad. Apparently, Marcus Rashford overslept on this game last season against Wolves away, and he was punished by being put on the bench and not starting the game. He came on and won the game for us. It's funny how it's all rolled around, and it's at the same game again where Marcus Rashford's in trouble again. Will he be on the bench? Will he come on and score the winner? And everyone's happy, and we all move on, looking ahead, trying to get back in the Champions League. In a perfect world, that's exactly how Ten Hag is dreaming it right now. But he is having sleepless nights, our manager, right now, thinking about how best to handle this. It is, and this is like where I don't accept the statement from Manchester United. It's like these players are paid more than anyone on the planet. They're representing Manchester United, and when the club come out and say he has taken responsibility for his actions and it's been dealt with in-house, that's them done. That's them finished. But there's only one person then from that point who's in trouble. And he's done nothing wrong. And that's Erik ten Hag. He is taking the flak for everything that these players do because of results on the pitch. And he's not going to get any more out of these players than he's already got. So it was a complete waste of time in coming out and saying it's an internal matter, we're going to deal with it. These managers will not learn. And you know what? Half of the time, I think it's the representatives of the players, the way the club is run, that just give the manager absolutely no chance of succeeding at this club. Absolutely no chance. Just listening to a conversation yesterday on the radio as well. And I think Jeff Stelling said it this morning. If you had to choose between Manchester United and Manchester City to manage, you're a manager coming in and you had to choose one of the clubs, he said Manchester United is impossible to manage. And it is. It really is. With these players, with the people above him, as soon as I found out that Murto was in the conversation yesterday, I'd give up, like, instantly. Like, anything happening. And there was going to be any repercussions for Rashford, especially. But it is an impossible job to manage. When you've got this now, all of a sudden, it's like, yes, well done, it's been dealt with, and the club has done. Shake Eric's hand, on you go with your training session. Good luck in your press conference, though, tomorrow, Eric. Good luck answering them questions. But we're not going to back you up or help you out there. How's he supposed to succeed? How's he supposed to handle this? It is impossible. Hence, mission impossible for Erik ten Hag. The players are not good enough. They're not good enough to get back into the top four the way we're playing. And he's gone. So what was the point? What was the point? Basically, all Erik ten Hag has done there, I feel, is acted under the club's instruction and just dealt with this behind closed doors, or so-called internally, and it's all okay now. He's accepted responsibility. Well, I would hope he would. He's the one who did it. But Eric, you're the one who's going to have to deal with it after that and make sure you get results out of him. I don't know. There would have been a lot more sympathy for him if he'd have come out and actually really punished Rashford. But, hey, this is how they want to do it. We have to get behind him and just back the manager and move forward on it now. But I just don't see how it benefits Ten Hag at all, any of this. And like I said at the start, I didn't know how he was going to deal with it. It was an impossible situation, the way it's gone about, the statement last night. Now the media backlash, which I knew was coming, and I said last night it would come. And it's not going to get any easier for Ten Hag now going forward. I think right now he is just praying that things just click somehow on the pitch. Because when you've got 2 weeks off and you come out and you get the same performance you did against a League Two side in Newport County like we did on Sunday, then there is no hope really that anything is going to change too much on the pitch. You guarantee you're going to lose at least another 5 or 6 games out of what we've got left this season. That will be a record for defeats for Manchester United in the Premier League, and Ten Hag has got that on his resume. So there's no way back from this. There isn't. I just feel like he's a dead man walking. Let's get into the chats. Eric's days at United are coming to an end. Says Indy, John Williams, the match-going fans need to vocally show Rashford how we are not accepting his behaviour any longer. Glenn says, Rash took a dump on the table and Erik ten Hag gave him a treat. It's a good way of putting it. Stephen, real recognise real. He cannot be trusted. He is done. I think he's talking to someone else there. But guys, keep your conversations going as well. How long? Adam, I was Ten Hag in, but now I am done with him. INEOS should sack him. INEOS are just going to come in and go, well, this was all your mess. We're just dealing with what we've got right now. And I think they'll find it easy to get rid of Ten Hag. Responsibility, question mark, says DJ John. It's just a word for Rashford. Not actually taking responsibility, remember. This is the second time it's happened. Very true. I can smell an interview coming, says Region. An interview would be nice. An apology. I mean, Ali McCoy's backed up what I was saying yesterday. Graham, our man, privately messaged me last night. He said, with your realist hat on, you know you're not going to get that interview. You know you're not going to get that public apology. reality-wise, yes, I know that probably is the way, but now that the club have come out with a statement, I just expect fans to just move on because they've dealt with it, and then performances don't change. Well, no, we can't accept that. It's not acceptable. Adam, in the mid-2000s, Barcelona phased out legendary players like Ronaldinho because they were a bad influence on youngsters like Messi. We need to build around Menu / Højlund and Garnacho. Oh, I'd love to. You just need that balance of experience with these players, and unfortunately, our long-serving players, our more experienced players, the go-tos, you would say, are just at the worst spells of their whole Manchester United career. All of them at the same time are all at that same stage, and it is just not working. Rashford out, says T. Greetings, Adam and Kaz United. Hey, people. What's up? What's up, Charles? Hope you're okay. I think it's unlikely that T will start on Thursday, says Graham. Oh, he's definitely not starting. Being available for the squad doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to be picked. That word is I think that's a choice word. He's training and is available. There could be the in-house punishment there that they're talking about. If we don't see Rashford for a few games, then we know he's being punished internally. So I would say definitely not starting. If we are losing and we're getting desperate, is it all set up for him to come on off the bench? I don't know. Adam, get Rashford on the channel for an exclusive apology to the fans. Oh, yeah, that'll be the day. You cannot get near Marcus Rashford for anything. You really can't. You cannot. It was said it was him and Sancho at one point was told by a rep from Manchester United, you just can't get anywhere near him for media duties. It's impossible. Just well protected, and they don't want to do it. I've been critical of Erik ten Hag this season, but on this one, I don't think it's all. I don't think it's all him. I'm his hands, and I think he will be sub at best Thursday. If not, then I'm done with him, says Kaz. No, I don't think we should worry about Rashford being in the starting lineup on Thursday. I really don't. I'll just put a poll up now, actually. Start Rashford versus Wolves. Let's see. The people who like to watch these videos and just sit in the background, not come out with the comments. So this is where the polls actually come in handy. So this is like the real opinion right now. So we'll put a poll up. The club have come out with a statement. Are you backing the club and saying Rashford is now available? It's job done. Everyone moves on. Or are you just like, no, it would be wrong, completely wrong if Marcus Rashford starts against Wolves? United Spotlights, I just hope they're protecting the price tag to get rid of him in the summer rather than devaluing him like Sancho episode. Cheers for that one, mate. Yeah, hopefully we're going to have to give him game time just to get his value up from now until the end of the season. So he will play for United this season. I don't think anyone is expecting him to be completely out. I would just be rid of him personally, but like I said, realistically, I know that's not going to happen with the situation we're in right now. I think what was also said in the reports last night was with the way that the club is at the moment and the predicament it's in, a lot of the playing staff at United were shocked that this had actually happened and Rashford had been done this way. Well, not done this way. How Rashford have actually, how he's behaved, really, more than anything. They can't believe that he's actually done this. So I feel like that's where everyone is. Fans, players, anyone finding out what actually happened last week would be like, are you just an idiot? That's what you got to look at. Graham says, I don't necessarily think that INEOS will remove Ten Hag. I do. If results are not bad, if results are not better, Graham. What else have we got in here? Suspend Rashford without pay for 3 months. I don't think the club would ever be able to do that. They could, but I mean Rashford's people and the power of the players now, like we know with the player power that we've got at this football club, then I just don't see it happening. I don't see how the club could implement that at all. Thomas Cumberton, Ferguson is the blame because he's a greedy man over a horse. They would have never sold their shares when he retired. Should have been made to leave the club. Not fair on new manager coming in. That's grasping a little bit, Thomas. I know the situation you're talking about, but we can't really look at that and how Manchester United have run over the last 10 years and blame it on Sir Alex Ferguson completely. Simple decisions and actually running the football club how it should be. Charlie Morley's in the chats. What up, Charlie? Hope you're doing well, my man. He must be on a lunch break because I know Charlie works so hard at his job. So, yes, it's difficult playing golf in them lavish golf courses around the country, innit, Charles, mate? Only messing. He's a good grafter, our Charlie. And it just isn't appreciated. He is not appreciated. And it wasn't before either. Graham, difference in La Masia had it's best to sit on graduate Barcelona history. Moving Ronaldinho and others. That was the one. Let me just see what else we've got in here. We need to sell 10 players. A7K 10. Is that all? I mean, we have got we've got rid of quite a few this January, haven't we? And like we said, like Rashford has taken over priority of what we were all talking about before this incident happened. And it was like all of the players and the issues that the loan players have got, i.e. they're not doing very well, they're all going to be coming back in the summer as well. And we've got to deal with all of them as well as all this mess. So, yeah, strap on because it's going to be one hell of a summer again. If Rashi has issue going on away from Old Trafford, the club has a duty of care to support him. His body language speaks volumes on the pitch. This isn't to excuse what he's done at all, by the way. Excuse me. That was from Lee. The club has a duty to protect him, but the club also has a duty to the fans and the paying public. And when you've got a player like that who's disrespecting the fans the way he is, then the club have to have a bit more transparency about everything. That's what I would say. Charlie Morley transferred to FUTV. Yes, Jamie did. So Alex ran everything at the club. The mistake the Glazers made was thinking other managers will do this also. Any United fan aiming anything towards Sir Alex is not a United fan. Simple as that. It's all opinions, Ginge. It's all opinions. And yeah, there is an element of Sir Alex Ferguson leaving at that time. And some would say he just left us in the crap. He knew when to go. I mean, everyone has to go. He can't carry on forever. And I don't think anyone begrudges Sir Alex's retirement. But there are things that he did that have set certain issues in motion, I would say. Definitely. Sorry. It's like someone just flew up my bleeding throat again. The mystery flies flying around nowhere, invisible bleeders that go in. Right. On to... I mean, you may see other news at the bottom of your screen there from Fabrizio Romano with Pellistri. Now agreed to be going out on loan. I'm surprised that Pellistri... I'm surprised that he has gone on loan and not Ahmad, I would say, because I don't think Ahmad's going to get the game time. This is a weird one for me. I think Pellistri's got a better chance at the club, and he's probably more acceptant of being there, not playing, and playing the bit part role than what Ahmad would be, because if he comes back and does nothing, then he's lost a full season, Ahmad, of his career. Obviously half of it through injury. And this again is coming down on the club. And this again is another issue for Ten Hag to deal with. Because if he doesn't play him, then he's going to get more stick. And Rashford is going to be in front of Ahmad in that position on the right-hand side. Because Rashford plays there as well. So all of this just adds to the mixer. And he's all going to start bubbling up. And it's going to come to a boiling point with Ten Hag, with all of these players. He's got so much unrest there at the football club at the moment. And how Marcus Rashford has got away with it, with what looks like minimal punishment, is why I think everyone is in uproar with this right now. Akash with the super chat. Want to see Rashford stay and fight for his Man U career. The club have shown diabolical man management by giving Cashford 350k. Eric Ten Hag to sort this out. Cheers for the super chat, mate. In terms of wanting to see Marcus Rashford fight, that's the problem right now. That is a minimum expectance. Just because you've been caught out twice and other misdemeanors in a season, everyone is willing to just go, let's just forget about that first half of the season. Let's see if Rashford can fight for his place now. So we have to accept that that's okay. The first half of the season, what he did last week, it's all okay. And we move on now. Let's see what he can do now. Yeah, you always have to look forward and you can't keep looking back. But just how they expect fans to forget what has happened that's unforgivable as well. And that, for me, is the problem in all of this and why fans are struggling to let it go and just deal with that one little simple statement. Yes, Charlie will be coming on. We will get Charlie coming back on the channel, guys. I know some of you have been asking in the chat there as well. I think he's chomping at the bit to talk a bit of United. It's been a long time since Charlie has spoken United. He's just been hitting golf balls down the fairway. Actually, I think he's actually been duck hooking them into the heavy rough, actually. So, yeah, it'd be good to get Charlie talking football again. We will work on it and we will get him back on the channel as well, guys. So, yeah. Do stay tuned. I'll keep you all posted and we will work on getting Charlie back on. It will be good to see him and have a good old chat about United again. Let's get into a few more of your comments. Andrew Williams, Relics, great manager. I am thankful for the memories he gave me. Not a fan of him as a person, no. His book ruined my view of him forever. A mean-spirited man. Oh, he's a bit brutal and to the bone, isn't it? If Rashi scores 15 to 20 goals with 5 to 10 assists, no one will be crying at all. No, I still want him gone, mate. Sorry. If he did that from now until the end of the season, I hope that he did. And that give us the value that we need to actually get rid of him in the summer. And I would want him gone. Simple as. Gifted membership from Jim. Thank you so much, Jim. And Alien Tenno, my man Pete has taken that membership. You lucky man, Alien. Make sure you do give our Jimbo a thank you for that one. Thanks for that, Jim. And Alien, you're a legend again, mate. I'm not saying that you wasn't before, but now you're an extra legend. Now you've got that green writing across your name, Alien. That's it. That's all you need in life. English gentleman says Lukaku, Lingard, Pogba, Sancho, Rashford, social media and entitled generation. We don't need this type of player. Greetings, Adam. You are doing a great job. Keep up the good work. You are a legend. Thank you, Henry. I'm loving that. Carol is in with a super chat. People are saying if Sir Alex was in charge, he would have got rid of Rashford. To be honest, if Sir Alex was in charge, it wouldn't have happened at all. Best chat and best comment of the day so far from Carol. I totally agree with that one. I think they would have been scared to have done anything like this if Sir Alex was here. And it just goes to show what an easy ride these players have had. And again, I'll go back to it. It's the summer camp mentality, isn't it? We can do what we want. Results on the pitch don't really matter because there's no repercussions for poor performances. So, yes. Keep up the good work, Adam. Back to work from me. Cheers for that, Charlie. Have a good one, my man. Andy says, why every week at this club is just a massive circus. It gets worse. Just get rid of Rashford. He is overrated. I think a lot of people are saying that. Sankar, welcome to the members club, my friend. You absolute legend. Second new member of the day. We're smashing it on members this week so far. Our performance here on FUTV is absolutely head and shoulders above Manchester United. If only we could get the sort of performance that we're putting in here on the channel in our football team, eh? That's what I say. If Sir Alex was in charge, Rashford would never have made the team. A bench player at best in Sir Alex's team. The problem we've had is that we just haven't had the right recruitment up until Rashford coming in, and then it was just accepted that because he got off to a flyer, and he was good, Rashford, because he got off to a flyer, then that's it. We don't need to replace him. We never look. It was like we accepted that Rashford was always going to be top dog, and that wasn't right. I think that was a mistake that the football club made in all of this. I think it was. Let's see a few more. Rooney did wrong things when Sir Alex was in charge and he didn't get rid of Rooney. Hey, Rooney did plenty of wrong, but Rooney did plenty of right. And one thing you can't argue, and I'm not saying it's right what Rooney did off the pitch, by the way, but the only reason Rooney actually had any sort of leeway with Sir Alex Ferguson was because he knew he'd give him everything on the pitch, and that was it. As long as you were actually doing it on the pitch, then people always sort of try to defend United players. It was the way it was. Rashford is just not doing it on the pitch, and Rooney never called out the fans, did he? He called out the England fans that time, but that's the England fans. But Rooney, and none of these players that we're talking about ever called out the fans like Rashford has. And yeah, again, I'm not condoning what Rooney did. If you mean Rooney calling out the club for not bringing players in and upsetting Sir Alex Ferguson, I'm glad Rooney did that. He got a lot of stick for that. But Rooney was right at the end of the day. Man United were getting rid of players and we weren't replacing them with the right quality of players. And when you've got someone like Rooney who knows what a good player is and knows what can get the best for the best out of this team, then you listen to him, don't you? And I still back Rooney on that one. I do. Robert Hale, welcome to the members club. Sankar, who has just become a member himself, has just donated another one out. Love the community here on FUTV. Keep it up, guys. Henry, Adam, I would like your opinion. What would you think Fergie would have done with Rashford? Again, I'm going along with everyone else. First of all, I don't think it would have happened. And secondly, I think Sir Alex Ferguson would have got rid of Marcus Rashford. I do. I think Sir Alex would have pushed to try and get Rashford out of the door and get someone in these last couple of days of the transfer window in January. That's what I think, Henry. MUFC Charlie in with a super chat. Thank you. Player power wins again, Adam. Let's hope it changes. Well, we've got to hope that INEOS change that, because quite clearly, even in the last few days of the old regime being in control of Manchester United, that being the Murtos and everyone else, before INEOS come in, we're still seeing player power win. It is a worry, and how strong are INEOS going to be when events like this happen in the future, because they will. They will. Interesting to listen to what Gary Neville was saying. He was all for players going out and having a drink. He was talking on the BBC this morning, actually. He was saying, I'm all for players going out and have a drink. They need to go out and enjoy themselves, but it's timings. It's timings. They've just had a 2-week off period for a winter break. Go out and do your things then. You don't do it and then not be available for training. That's the worst thing that you can do. He has to be very careful, because now people's opinions of Marcus Rashford are going to change, and that is what's happening now. People are fed up with Marcus Rashford. They don't want to give him the time of day or give him the chance to make amends because of how he is. It's his attitude. And like Jamie Jackson said there, that stony, horrible, cold feeling around Marcus Rashford. No eye contact. Won't give anyone the time of day. Just thinks he's bigger. And yeah, everyone can be how they want to be, but you'd have thought, like he said, the club that are giving him everything and giving him this massive wage, you'd have thought he'd actually have been a little bit upbeat. Maybe them words from Ten Hag in the summer, dressing all the players down, talking about what the rights and wrongs were for the season ahead, did get to a few of the players. Like, quite clearly got to Jadon. I just don't, in all of this, I still don't have enough confidence in this team and things happening on the pitch. I remember speaking to, completely forgot. I forgot that was, I know who I'm talking about. I just completely forgot his name. It's just left my head. It does this to me sometimes. But I remember talking to a journalist, and he said, like, the only way that things look right off the pitch for Manchester United is winning on the pitch. United only run as a business with winning on the pitch because they're competing at the top level. United only run when success is on that pitch. And when it's not, everything else looks bad. That's how United are. It is. It's an acceptance that United have to be doing well on the pitch. And it's not at the moment. And none of this is going to go away until it does start getting better on the pitch. Simple as. Guys, let's get them likes up to 200. We've slowed down a little bit. Well over 550 in the room with us. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for all the super chats and everything today. But let's get them likes up, people. Let's try and get to that 200 mark. So if everyone in the chat, just give the video a like. Get to the 200 mark, please. That is our minimum for today. I'm loving these actual 12 o'clock kickoff times now for us on the channel. Just giving everyone a chance to have a bit of a lunch break. Get involved in the chat. That's what it's all about. Simon says, absolutely love watching your show, Adam. Said I can't be a real member and support you with a few pounds. Says YouTube does not have the service in my country. Have a blessing day. Eric Ten Hag out and Rashford. I'm sorry about that, Simon. Let me know what country it is. We'll try and look into it for you. Gutted when YouTube doesn't cater for the rest of the world. It's not fair. Anthony playing on the left, stops Rashford playing all for that. True. Who is Ten Hag going to protect more going forward? Anthony or Rashford? There we go. The poll that is up right now, just coming up to 300 votes in that. Make sure you do vote before I finish it up in a minute. Start Rashford versus Wolves. Simple question. 8% of you are saying yes, Marcus Rashford should start against Wolves. Are they just trolls from other clubs in the chat right now? Or are they genuine United fans that think Marcus Rashford, now the club have dealt with this the way they have, should be backing that team straight away on Thursday? Well, you don't disrupt a winning team, do you? And we beat Newport at the weekend, so let's keep the same. Oh, excuse me. Let's keep the same team, shall we? Anyway, that's 300 in that poll. I'm going to end that now. Still can't believe there's 8% of people actually think that Marcus Rashford should start that game against Wolves. Unbelievable. Calby Jacob. Hi, Adam. I think we need to stop this inverted wingers and get better balls into the box. Agree. 100% agree, Carl. There's been a lot of talk about Rasmus Højlund and how he has been starved of service all season, and you can see the frustration on his face. You really could see the frustration on his face, and that has to change. With Marcus Rashford in the team, Rasmus Højlund doesn't stand a chance. With Anthony in the team, he doesn't stand a chance. Our two best options, I feel, because Garnacho does. Yeah, he makes some rash decisions, but he's young and he can learn. I thought for me, it was always our best two wingers for playing alongside Rasmus Højlund were Garnacho and Palestra. I would love to see what Ahmad can bring. In his little cameo, he set up a chance out of nothing from the wing for Dalot against Nottingham Forest, and that's all we've seen. He's actually brought more from that little cameo than Anthony has all season on that right-hand side. I'm not bringing into the conversation Anthony's game against Newport. I mean, for Ten Hag to big him up for getting an assist and a goal against Newport, I think that's embarrassing. He's just got in and done his job. Simple as that. That's it. That is what the minimum you'd expect from a player against the League Two side. Brian, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you so much. Please do keep liking the video, guys. We're almost at that 200 mark. If you did want to be a member, you just have to drop in the description below. There is a link there to click on, or you could just press the join button, whatever platform you're watching from. You might be watching from your phone, might be watching from your computer, laptop, tablet, or anything like that. It's always different. So there's a link in the description to do it, and there is also the join button below the screen. Also, make sure you join the SofaScore Revolution with us here on FUTV. They are our partner now going through to the end of the season. It is the fastest, quickest, and most up-to-date football and sporting app out there, ranked in the top 20 on the App Store as well. Injury news, player updates, stat-wise, goal updates, everything you need to know is all on the app, guys. So do scan the QR code on your screen there, or drop in the description below. The link is in there, also next to the Fantasy 5, which is our fantasy football table that we have got here on FUTV. There is a mini league for us, and you can win prizes every single week, even up to $5,000. Also free. Both are free. Go and enjoy yourselves and get involved with the rest of the subscribers here on FUTV. Let's see how good you are. All of that is in the description below. All links there just at the top, guys. So just drop down in there and everything is explained. By the way, anyone who is looking for any more information on the Fantasy 5 side of things, go to the community post on the channel right now. is all explained there, how to join the league and everything else. So yeah, that's there again, all explained. And please do get involved. It is fun and it's free and you can win. And you can try and beat me as well, which is probably the biggest thing. Let me see what else we've got before we finish up here in the chat, guys. Samir, thank you for your honesty and integrity, Adam. You have not been intimidated by player power, and you speak up for what's best for the club and its supporters. Love you, mate. Thank you, Samir. I love that comment as well. And I think on that one, I think we will end the chat and end this stream, everybody. Thank you so much, all the new members, all the super chats, all of your comments today. Absolutely bang on. That's why I love doing these live shows, guys. The videos are great, but just being able to talk to you guys live and get your input and give you guys a chance to voice your thoughts on everything going on with the club. That's what's important. That's why I love these live streams. Please give the video a like on your way out. We have killed the 200 mark again. Thank you so much. I will be back at 6:30 tonight with all the updates of everything else going on at the club. And yeah, we might even have a guest on tonight. I'm thinking we might even try and get Jay on to look ahead look back and look ahead. To be honest, I think he's got a lot to say, RJ. So yes, we might try that tonight for a bit of a change up. And yeah, do join us there. 6:30 tonight, everybody. Thanks for now, though. That is us done and dusted. Have a great rest of the day. Get back to work. Try not to get in too much trouble. And I'll see you all later.